Hey guys. Okay, so these are going to be my love reads for October 6th through October 12th. And I'm going to start with my extroverts. We're going to begin with the singles, going into our dating, and then we're going to go into our couples, okay? So let's see what's going on for our singles this week. Okay. I'm kind of getting like empowering. I feel like you guys have maybe are recently single, but I'm getting some empowering visions and empowering lyrics in my head. I'm getting I Will Survive, Gloria Gaynor. It's also always an amazing thing to be empowered by my loves. Alright, bad shuffle, bad shuffle. Let's go again with that shuffle. Actually, let me get those two cards out. Okay, what's going on with our single extras? Alright. So these two cards I get were integration and guidance. It seems like, yeah, I'm going with that. You guys have gone through a breakup recently, and you're kind of, seeking guidance maybe from your single friends on how to get back into, the swing of things. Yeah, going with the flow. I see We Are the World. So I feel as though you guys have actually gotten out of a toxic relationship. And although you're feeling kind of alone at times, it's a good kind of alone, experiencing the world through your own eyes and only your eyes, breaking free of that we to that me, which is a great thing. You also have the nothingness card, understanding in reverse. So I think that you guys may be confused a little bit about, did I do the right thing? And I totally feel that you guys have walked away from the relationship. And again, I feel that it was a toxic relationship, so that you guys are good. I do see you, if that is resonating with you, know that you're doing the right thing. You are creeping out into society again as a single, and it's a good thing. I see a lot of good times ahead. I see exhaustion from partying and just like good, definitely good things. I see that disconnect, which is that's good. I'm kind of happy you guys have disconnected. If that is the relationship that you had and it was toxic, you are the master of your own happiness, and you know that. I see a breakthrough. I do see a Lover's card as well. So in the event, and this is what I'm feeling right now, that you feel like you meet somebody and you're afraid, like, well, maybe I'm jumping into this because it's a rebound, or I feel as though it's not a rebound. It's actually you guys are in the right place at the right time. I also see harmony, and I see fighting covering the harmony. So you guys are kind of be fighting yourself, bringing stress into your own mind. Stop that. Awareness, be aware of who you are. And I do see that you are not going to be overthinking too much, so that's a good thing. I see a rebirth, so I do see actually progression with someone who will be coming into your life, and that person will be coming into your life shortly. That's if you just recently got out of a relationship. If you've been single for some time and you're actually, you're kind of content with being single, that's great. I do see some adventure in your future, in the week to come. I also see success, and I see releasing of the past. So that could be that, sometimes even though we've been single for some time, we kind of are still holding on to things. And it doesn't necessarily mean that we're holding on to a person. We're holding on to our feelings for someone. It could just be, we weren't ready to move on, and that's fine. But I do see that you guys are kind of coming to the point where you will be ready to move on, and you're definitely going to forge straight ahead. So anything that you will get into will kind of be rapid, and that's not a bad thing as long as you know you're looking at the surrounding circumstances. And again, if you feel as though it is a rebound, double think that I'm not feeling that it is a rebound. I'm feeling that you're just, that's resonating with the other read that I just did as well. Yeah, I see a lot of fast movement for you guys just in general, which is a good thing. I see that you have the celebratory card, which is great. And that might be that you are going out with friends and you're going to meet somebody. Know that you're in control of the situation. And you definitely will be reconnecting with someone that you might have not connected with in the physical world as of yet, but you have connected spiritually in past lives. I see maturity, so I feel that your past relationships have built a foundation to who you are, and you know what you want and what you don't want. And a lot of times we we know what we want, but we don't know what we don't want, and you guys do know that. So I feel as though you're in a place where you're letting go and you're trusting in yourself, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I actually do also see that some of you guys might be you might have been single for some time, and now you are talking to, or you're going to be talking to, more than one person. That's fine. You're going to kind of feel a little overwhelmed, a little torn. It's not really in your character to be, and again, this is with the people that are, that are in this situation. It's not in your character to be investing time or energy into more than one person because you don't like when people do that to you. Know that it's just you feeling out and knowing what you want in life and what you don't want. Feeling out if this person is the right person for you. You do have the dream card and receptivity. So that means that when you find the person that you are looking for, which I feel as though their energy is kind of around you. And again, that might be because you guys have, met in the spiritual world. You just haven't met here. You're going to, they're going to be receptive to you. You're going to be receptive to them. I do see a little isolation. So in the event that you kind of, freeze up, try to let go of that. I do. You have politics in reverse, which is actually great because that means that everybody is being honest. Everybody is being truthful. There's no hiding behind the mask. There's no telling you what you want to hear or you telling them what they want to hear. It's all about maturity. It's all about honesty. It's all about self-nurturing. And I see that for both parties. So definitely this looks like a good week ahead for you guys. On the singles front, I really like that read. Okay, so good luck to my singles. And I love that empoweringness. And that definitely coincides with the knowing what you do and what you don't want. That's a beautiful thing. So, yes, Miss Gaynor, she stated it, baby. I will survive. All right, so let's see what's going on with our daters. What's going on with our daters? Our extrovert daters. And daters are on again, off again relationships. You guys are just, casually dating or something to that effect. Again, I see actually fast movement there. So if you guys have been dating on again, off again for a while, you might be at a place where it's going to kind of settle down a little bit and you're going to have that commitment. So I'm feeling that is definitely for our on again, off agains. And when I say on again, off again, that can be actually for years. On again, off again is always going to come through to me as dating. And it's not going to come through as a couple. Okay. Let's see what's going on for our daters. Extrovert daters. Extrovert daters. Let's see, what is our mutual energy? Mutual energy is receptivity in reverse. So it seems as though you guys are kind of at a point where you're getting on each other's nerves and you're not being receptive to each other. There might be some Yeah, you have integration in reverse as well. There might be some differences that you guys are not seeing eye to eye on, and I feel as though that might be because of bad things that happen. Yep. Clinging to the past. Bad situations that have happened between the both of you, and you're clinging to the past with that. You have nothingness in reverse, which is telling me that you need to kind of not overthink, not overanalyze. Overanalyze is actually was coming through to me. Fighting. I feel as though you guys have been fighting a lot and being immature about things, getting harmony and tuning in. So it seems as though one of you are being isolated and kind of like to themselves, not, just like whatever, just kind of like sick of the bullshit. And the other person is being very argumentative, and I don't like this and I don't like that. And kind of you're beyond fighting for your rights and fighting for what your wants and your needs are. You're kind of just fighting to fight. So if you feel that that's the case with you, then you need to kind of take a step back and do some self-nurturing instead of you're fighting with yourself. Basically, that's what you're doing. So you need to just stop that, because you're putting a blockage up. You have success is very possible and abundance is very possible as well, but you're fighting with yourself. If you're in a place where you're like, you know what, I'm just tired of this and I want to go out and have fun, by all means do that. However, don't do that behind your lover's back. Just be very honest about it, and rebirthing is definitely coming into play this week. I also see letting go. I don't feel it, and trust is a good thing. Possibility is definitely let go, jump, trust yourself, trust the other party, trust that you're making the right decisions. And again, you do have the decision card here. So, you're the only one who can make the decision that's right for you. So if you're turning to a friend and they're giving you some advice, know that it is coming from their heart. However, they're not living your life. So you need to, take heed to that. Don't be a fool and throw something away that might be a good thing just because you're feeling, not content at the moment, when that very well is coming through as though you're not content with yourself. People cannot, make your happiness. You make your own happiness. They can only enhance your happiness. And if you're miserable and you're feeling miserable, keep that misery to yourself. It's all about self-understanding. And I feel as though you guys aren't really understanding yourself. And that's very understandable that you're not understanding yourself, because you guys are coming through as you're usually very in control of your situations, and you're not in control right now, and that's just your mental that's kind of taking over. You can be in a celebratory phase. You just need to release the burdens that you're pulling upon yourself. Definitely I see a transformation that has recently happened. I do see another transformation coming soon. It's going to be beyond this week though, and you're going to be feeling very refreshed. I see that you're not definitely wanting to participate in a lot of things, and you're into self-suppression. You're kind of like, I don't want to say losing your mind, but you have, you're receiving messages and signs, and you kind of are trying to control them. You can't control the signs that you receive, loves. You have to, you have to try to understand what the signs are telling you. But you can't control them. So, if you see a butterfly and the butterfly lands on you, know that it's a beautiful message coming to you. It's not a message that your partner or the person you're dating is cheating on you. That's definitely not what it is. So I feel as though you kind of try to manipulate the signs. Don't do that. I do see that you guys will be getting back your friendship. So, definitely give into that. I see an intense thunderbolt of awakening, which is a good thing. I do see traveling as well. So maybe you guys, I don't feel your travel is going to be physical. I feel it's going to be more of a spiritual journey that you guys are going to be taking together. So that's a good thing as well. the time is not really right for the things that you want, and you have the hiding behind a mask. So please don't do that, because that's not going to bring what you know, that never brings stability. Also, you have projections, which is your souls are connecting, but your physical is disconnecting. I feel as though the person that you are trying to connect with, or the person that you are, with, and again, I'm getting that person you're trying to connect with. So maybe you're dating someone, but you're looking at someone else. The grass is always greener. No, actually, it's not. It depends on what's going on over there. I feel as though you guys are looking at other relationships and saying, hey, wow, I wish I had that. I wish I had this. And a lot of that has to do with social media. So know that a lot of social media is bullshit. Also, sometimes the grass is greener on the other side because the other person's watering their lawn a little bit more than you are. So, you have to make that investment. And I'm not saying that you guys aren't doing that, but I feel as though there's a lot of bitterness and there's a lot of anger going on there. And that is not being directed in the right place. So if this is resonating with you, definitely take an inward look inside and see why you're not receiving what you're asking the universe for, or why you're not in the place where you want to be. I honestly don't feel as though it's the person that you're with. I feel as though, and I'm definitely not blaming you, I just feel as though it's kind of like you're kind of not satisfied with what's going on with you, and instead of trying to say, hey, maybe this isn't the relationship for me, you're kind of just blaming the other person. And if you feel as though the relationship is not the relationship for you, you need to have that courage and step outside and say, you know what, I think either we need a break, or we need to break this off, because I'm really not happy in the situation that we're in right now. And that I feel as though actually that might just be the better thing for you. You guys are going to be taking a break, and you will be it'll kind of revive and rejuvenate the relationship and the connection. Okay, guys, don't force anything in either direction. So kind of go with the flow and of things. Definitely you need to get that self-happiness, self-understanding down, and everything will definitely work out in your favor. I am getting that it's going to work out in your favor. So definitely take an inward look at yourselves right now. Let's see what's going on for our extroverted couples. Our couples, when I say our couples are married, our couples are domestic partners, our couples are in committed relationships. Your committed relationship can be a month long, it could be a week long, it could be 18 years long, it can be as long as you guys have been together. And when I say that, and sometimes I do get a little bit pushback on, okay, so if we've been together for 5 years, but you guys are kind of on and off again, it's still considered dating. I understand that you guys are a couple, but you continue to have that break in the foundation. So I'm not going to be reading you guys as a couple. However, if you're, you are very committed and you've been together for a short period of time, you guys are a couple, you don't have that break in the foundation. So I kind of hope you guys understand what I'm saying when I say that. So let's see what's going on with our couples, our extroverted couples. Extroverted couples. Our extroverted. All right. So let's see what the visual energy is. Isolation in reverse. Okay, you guys are kind of outside of the box. I see you guys going, maybe having some couple dinners or something like that. Going out with friends. I do see actually exhaustion. So I feel as though that's just like life's little buildups getting in the way. I don't see any third party situations in this particular spread. I see you guys living moment to moment, and you're kind of holding on to certain things. Actually, I feel as though they are holding on to certain things. So you might be in a relationship where you keep hearing the same thing told to you over and over and over again. And by all means, if you feel as though, you know what, this is not true, or whatever, I've changed or I've improved on what you're complaining about, then, it's definitely stand up for what you feel and what who you are. I do see a lot of understanding, which is a good thing. And I see projections in reverse, which is telling me that your physicals are connecting. So you definitely are integrating, and you're actually self-nurturing, and you're nurturing your significant other as well. I see a lot of receptivity. I see silence, which is a good thing here. So you guys are both comfortable in being silent together. Sometimes, silence is really loud and it kind of clouds everything. I don't see that happening here, which is great. I see conditioning. So it seems as though you guys are in a pretty good place where you're not, going and your connection is really good. Again, this life card is coming up where I'm feeling that you guys just, life is stressful, and don't take it out on each other by all means. Definitely, you're kind of both feeling lack of patience, and we should be further than we are right now. And I don't feel as though that's in the relationship. I feel as though that's in life. So maybe you feel as though you should have had a home already, or they feel that way. And I'm getting that actually any kind of negative feeling I'm getting on their end. And it's not negative towards you. It's just a feeling of unaccomplished things that they feel that they should have accomplished already. I just really love that the spread is showing how supportive you guys are of each other. That's an amazing thing. I see that there's control and aloneness. I feel as though the control is joint, though. You guys kind of turn to each other for decisions, which is a beautiful thing. I do see kind of like boring times, as well ahead this week. So you guys might be having a little issue with, again, that might be life. I do see maybe a little bit a lack of intimacy, a lack of sexual contact. Don't, sometimes our minds take over. Don't feel as though you're unattractive to the person, or that the person is feeling, they're not turned on by you or whatever. It's just kind of be more emotional, more stress based than anything. You guys definitely, you actually might be the one with the issues sexually, not really feeling it or whatever. And don't, if you're not feeling it, don't feel it. Just explain to them, like, I love you, and I am very attracted to you. I'm just not feeling it right now, because that's definitely better than faking it and just kind of going through the motions, because people do feel that when it's happening. I do have a fighting card, which is, I feel as though you guys are going to get into a little tiff. Probably I'm kind of feeling like Wednesday or Thursday. That's what's shouting at me. And it's just about overwhelming things, nothing crazy. But yeah, so for my extroverted couples, I'm feeling good things. Just like I said, don't try not to let life get in the way too much. That's usually what happens. And definitely keep with that trust, keep with that love. Your connections are amazing on an emotional level. I just feel as though like life stresses are getting in the way a little bit. Nothing like that's drawing a wedge, but it can cause, like I said, it can cause a tiff. And know that you guys are there for each other. And if you're feeling that you're distanced or you're being pushed away, definitely speak up and say that, like, hey, I'm here for you, even though we have our issues that we're going through, our struggles, and a lot of those struggles are coming through to be actually financial or family. There might be some problems in either your family or theirs, meaning your biological families. Definitely speak up, because sometimes somebody can be just having a crappy day and they just want to turn to you and they just want you to know that you're there. And the same for you, if you're having a crappy day and you feel as though, hey, I don't want to put more on that person's plate. What happens is you guys tend to distance yourselves, and that comes through, and that's going to cause a whole other heap of something. I'm just going to pull a few more cards because I want to see something. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, exactly what I was just saying. If you're feeling that, you just kind of need a hug, you just kind of need them to hold you, let them know that, because they might be in a place where they're feeling to be needed. And, with kind of pulling, you don't realize you're pulling away, but you guys are pulling away. And you shouldn't do that, because like I said, your connections are amazing. I'm really getting great connections with you guys. So, don't do that. And if you feel as though they're pulling away, know that they're not pulling away. It's just that they don't want to put more on your plate than what they feel you can handle. Okay, so that is your reads for this week, my love loves. Have a blessed week. Enjoy, and I will see you guys again very soon.